it's Nessa from Infinitely Zero's channel. If you like my content, please click like and subscribe. I was gonna try to do a quick go live, but it turns out that I need to wait 24 hours. So I was wondering if anyone would be interested in just watching me crochet, do Tunisian crochet. I had heard that sometimes some people like to just watch others crochet and they find it interesting, and I'm like, okay, I guess I can do that and see if there's interest or not. So let me know in the comments below if you like that kind of thing. I can explain a little bit what I'm working on. I'm working on the Monochromatic MAL project. It's a make-along. It's hosted by Mama G Gear by her YouTube channel. Check her out if you haven't. And I had actually started this last year. It was Tunisian Crochet along from Heart Hook Home. You were supposed to do different squares with Tunisian crochet with different stitches, but I didn't want to have to stitch together all the squares, excuse me, at the end of the cowl, so I decided to join them as you go. And I think it's supposed to be 2 per every stitch. So this is what I have so far, and then I make them in strips and I join them. So part of this I already had done from last year. So this is the simple stitch down here. That's that square. This is the Tunisian knit stitch. And then I did another square of Tunisian simple stitch. Then I did another square of Tunisian knit stitch, and I do Tunisian double crochet stitch in the middle to separate them. This one here was another Tunisian simple stitch. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was the Tunisian half double crochet stitch. It's hard when you're looking at it, you know, in reverse. And then this is the Tunisian reverse stitch. I'm using an 8mm hook, and I'm using Ice Yarns Magic Worsetted yarn. The number is 1577630, colorway indigo. It's like a gray white. That's the number on the, you know, on the sticker on the plastic bag. And then the second strip is Tunisian reverse stitch back there. This is how the back looks, in case you're wondering. This is a whole square of Tunisian crossed stitch. I don't know if you can see the little crosses there. And then now I'm doing Tunisian full stitch, which sometimes is also known as the goblin stitch. And that's kind of how the join looks. Joining it as you go. Let me know if anybody's interested in me doing kind of like a tutorial view of this, of how I'm doing some of these stitches and joining them. I can do that. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. And I think I'll record this for a few minutes before going to bed. I have insomnia, so it's a thing. Then they told me to stop taking the sleeping pills they had prescribed me because they may be making me sleepy. So this is from a plastic hook set. It's like a whole set with the case that I got on Amazon. And since I was just doing the squares, I just, you know, put the shortest cord with the stopper. So that it doesn't get in the way. So the full stitch, you just do it by putting the hook in between the spaces where the stitches go. And you alternate in the rows. You start offset by 1 and end offset by 1. So that's what the key distinguishing point for the full stitch. So then it gives like this cool offset look, you know, where you have the stitch in between the other stitches. Makes a nice squishy fabric. It's great for scarves. I love it. Maybe one day I'll make a sweater out of it. It'll be nice and squishy. I like to make headbands out of it too. I just recently made a few, my own pattern, and sent them in the box that I gifted to Mama G Gear. So that's the stitch I used. So you know that's full stitch. And it looks pretty different depending the size hook you use and the yarn. And that noise is my doggy walking around. So yeah, depending how you start is how you, where you have to put your final stitch if you. So like this one has 2 in the beginning, so then at the end I need to put the stitch in between the 2, the edge there. Like right here in between. Then it also helps to count. And then here, I join and grab 3. Because I think if I wanted just seamless, I would have grabbed the last 2, but since I had already started the other way, I just continued it the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what I thought. It's at 37. Okay. Had an extra stitch somewhere. And then you do your return pass. Just 2 loops. Going all the way back for your return pass. What you up to, buddy? Hmm? Hi. I'm also working on a sweater pattern I'm testing, but it's not going very well, and I didn't get feedback I was expecting, so I'm a bit frustrated with that project. And then I mentioned I would test another sweater and thought they were going to send me the pattern, and they haven't, so I don't know what's going on with that. Oh no! My return pass is weird on that. I'm gonna have to unravel. See here, I kind of skipped a right here where it's that two together and doesn't have the gap of the stitch. I messed up. So gonna have to unravel. And try to not lose my stitches. There it is. So I think I'll try to do the live tomorrow or this weekend maybe. I don't know yet. Depends how I feel. Probably do a video soon of like my current finished projects. I finished the winter blanket crochet along that Juan the Yarn Addict was hosting. I just finished that. It came out really nice. I need to weave in my ends though. Let's count how many stitches there because I think I need one here. Hey buddy, you going to bed? Get that edge stitch, tighten it up, and then return pass. 2 at a time. And because you're doing join as you go, you don't do that chain one at the end to make that edge stitch. You just yarn over and pass 2 loops through. This is the part I love about Tunisian. I can just zoom on my return pass. Hey buddy. gonna come say hi? Hmm? Yeah? You're like, why is she talking to herself again? My hand blocks it so you can't really see what I'm doing. Well, it's not a tutorial video, so. And that's the reverse side. It's cool, it's all bumpy. What you doing, buddy? You getting comfy? So yeah, let me know if you want to see more of these type of videos. If you like my channel, click like and subscribe. My mom would say she liked to see me crochet. I mean, at that point, I didn't know how to do Tunisian crochet. It was regular crochet. She said I looked like a little spider. I'll probably end this video soon. So this is the sweater I restarted. The back panel. It's a furry boucle yarn. I was doing it with this one, but I hate how it looks. I think it looks like a burlap sack. And it's horrible to frog, and it's coming out too big, and I just don't like it, so I decided to stop it today. And then this is a new stitch that I just learned. That's from the patterns from the Mary Maxim kit I bought. I showed it the other day. And it's these cool diamonds. It's not interlock. It's a completely different stitch, so that's the right side. And then that's how the reverse looks. So if anybody knows what the name of this stitch is, They didn't say the stitch, but it's actually not knit stitch. It's doing like a Tunisian simple stitch, and then going into the space between the stitches, like a full stitch and a yarn over. So yeah, it's all these squares. I don't particularly like how the pattern's joining them strips, so I'm probably gonna modify it. And I already modified the hook size and everything. So, oops, I'm sorry. All this is coming apart. My loomed blanket and my other blanket sitting on here on the sofa. Probably stop the video when I'm done with this row. I like how this yarn has an ombre effect. It's a little thicker than a regular 4. I would say it's more like an Aran weight. So I think the 8mm hook works real nice with it. Okay, good. I have the right number. I got scared there for a second. I was like, did I miss a stitch? Or 2? I always forget if it's like the row where I place the stitch in between the first and the second stitch, or if it's the one where I place it in between the second and the third stitch. Yeah, you still can't see it because of my hand. One of my hands being in the way. Oh well. Okay, have a good night. Hope you enjoyed that. If you like the content for the channel, please click like and subscribe. I know I mentioned it a few times and I'm like, oh. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you like that kind of watch me crochet or watch me Tunisian crochet sort of series or sort of videos. Thanks. Bye.